Roses round the door at Rock Cottage.
I was itching
Every
with
bloom
excitement
remembers
for what
every
viewers were much more likely to do what
fresh paint
advertisers
on
wanted
the
them to
walls, new laughter in the hall. But the old heart beats the same. Still the old heart beats the same.
Here's where the magic
Hands changed, hands saved. Generations in the shade of that garden gate, that chipped blue frame. You come home and it calls your name. Oh, oh, oh. Roses round the door at Rock Cottage. Every bloom remembers every name.
Okay, so last night we brought the reclaimed terracotta tiles that I bought for here and the limestone tiles that were delivered to my house for the parlour. We brought them last night, but I was in a grump because Dee was 2 hours late, so I didn't film it, but I'm going to show you those tiles now. But when we were tidying up, because we're going to get those tiles laid by a professional, and when we were tidying up the floors, we realised something was a bit off here. I'm currently in the hall. Here is where the Lime Creek floor ends. Here's where the wall starts. Scud Coat had been covering a little dirty secret, and that is that there's a little chunk of the wall here that just has, smells like mushroom compost, but it's just years and years and years of soil and dirt and ingress from the roots. There's roots in here as well. We're going to do the same that we did at the front when we found this little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wish it had been found and addressed when we were doing the floor, but things can be missed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to clean it out until we get to really firm, and then we're going to pack it with some mortar and stones. Right, let me show you up close what we're dealing with. So first things first, we're going to try and get the much of the loose soil out as we can. I took quite a bit out last night. Let's get the last bit. Okay. I've got some mortar here. Hold on. That's much better. Okay. Got a bit of mortar mix, and we are going to just put some stones in here and get everything back to the level at which God intended. fit. Let's see. We're back down here. Okay. We are at, it's terrible framing, isn't it, if your head isn't in the shot? So we are at the doorway into the master bedroom. This is the archway. This did have a lot of long boys holding up the lack of lintel into this doorway. So I don't know if this was missed because this was always a trigger point. And until I went to like scrape the edges clean for the floor guy that I realised this was just a lump of wood that had disintegrated into dust, and this was another pocket of soil. These were solid floors in here. The tiles were just laid onto the earth, and yeah, that earth has ran in there onto a stone or two. So it's really good that it's dry. Well done, Rock Cottage. But we don't want it there actually. So, and look, there is was missing up at the top. Let me see if you can see. This is your cork layer. And what it was actually, because this floor slopes down into the bedroom, this cork was quite high, and so I think that hit it as well. Let's get some stones. Let's get one that fits. Oh, that would be good there actually. If I can get one that goes in the back. Way back there. Yeah, that's good. Have a look around, have a look to see what can be found. Yeah, that's quite good, I think. You'll have seen earlier in the video that we have prepped the floor ready for the tiles. So all of the floorings are lifetime floorings. Once they're in, they're in. I had a few crates gathered up myself, and then we got around 600 from Brockshian Reclamations. No, that's not what they're called. They're called E&A Reclamations, but they're in Brockshian. So anyway, I think these are quite nice. They're all different shades. which I think is going to be really nice on the floor. So you have some yellows, some of these dark brown ones, which I love. There's going to be a wee bit of skill in the laying of them because they're not all the same thickness. So I'm going to get somebody in to do that for me. And that's going to be the lovely Mark. You haven't met yet, but you will do. But I just want to show you roughly what that's going to look like. Isn't that going to be the most gorgeous flower? These ones you keep to your edge of your room. But apparently you have to not worry about that and just fill it in. It adds to the character. So this will be the floor in the ensuite, the walk-in closet, the master bedroom, the hallway, and the library. So that's the idea. Lots of rugs, lots of lovely textures, but it's underfloor heating, and I need the whole place to be able to exchange moisture as it's designed to do. So, new name for us, Mark. Mark's doing the floor. Gosh, imagine the whole room like that. Now, just you wait up there till you see this. I'm walking on this and I shouldn't honestly be walking, but I'm not going to do any damage. Okay, hello. So this thing's wiped. And that's so nice. Mm-hmm. Oh, if you like spread your weight among many tiles so that you don't press it down. Had a few days, but really it should get a couple of weeks. That's good. Ooh, okay. Now, stand in your shower. I'm in my shower. Hold on till I get my thing off. Nice, isn't it? Yes. Now. Short face in this one. And then do you see a nice windowsill? That I made. You made? Yeah, lifted up the front, the plastic. Isn't that nice? Now it's not flat, but it's not going to be flat because it's old, so we'll have like a tray there, and then isn't that nice? Yes. Look at all the things I cut. I cut these. I cut this. Look at that. Look how good that is. Ooh. That's professional work. But the plaster will come down till there. And then I really like that it's not all the one colour. I was worried about that, but I think that makes it look more amazing. It's definitely a weird choice, but I feel like anyone could tell it, you could tell it. And a nice big rug. They are going to be so warm. They're going to be toasty, toasty, toasty from the underfloor heating. And that'll hold the heat. I was going to say they're cold. No, underfloor heating, they're going to be fab. They're going to hold the heat. It's like, you know that spot in our kitchen? Yes, the one mine. Where it's bringing the heat into the snug. Like that. It's going to be, your whole floor is going to feel like it. Oh, I'm chuffed with it, you know that. Right.